Number 1. Too many members of the founding team could be discouraging for a potential investor. 2. Overhead is too high. If overhead is already too high or the profit margin are going to be too small, investors should rightly be concerned. 3. Buzzwords. Remember to avoid unnecessary fluff such as industry jargon or buzzwords. 4. Weak marketing plans. Scaling and generating real revenue is going to require realistic and attractive plan. If this isn't your area of expertise, look for guidance. 5. Relying only on paid advertising. 6. Apply optimism and don't be overpromising. You have to be an optimist to launch a startup, but unrealistic apply optimism isn't going to sell investor and it isn't going to make for a sustainable startup. 7. Claims of having no competition. That is a sign being over-optimistic. Recognize it, admit it, and you will gain credibility and investor will be confident that you are on top of it. 8. No technical founder. If you do not have any technical founders in your business, you are most likely to spend a lot of money to build and maintain your tech-enabled and power startup. 9. Asking for too much or too little capital. 10. Poor use of previous funds. Startups that have burned through previous rounds of funding without generating results can be a scary proposition. 10. Early investors not participating in additional funding rounds. If previous investors are not reacting in on a round, that can definitely be a bad sign. 11. Entrepreneurs have no financial skin in the game. 12. Lack of momentum. Even if you haven't raised any funds before, it is critical to track and show progress. Last but not least, excessive founder salaries and bonuses is a big no-no because with so much money on the line, most investors prefer partnering with founders who allocate most of their startup's revenue back into business development. Even a startup can avoid all these red flags during an investment pitch and successfully convince investors for funds. It doesn't guarantee them success. It is also a matter of how they operate their business after getting the money from investors. Maybe because of market problem, business model failure, poor management team running out of cash, or product problem, they still can fail. That is why 90% of startups fail, and that pretty much can explain you why. Taking the cafe group of Vietnam as an example, it is a startup that successfully got 5.5 million USD from the investor, but failed a few years later due to several problems aforementioned. They still went from this to this after getting 5.5 million USD from investor. Anything can happen in this business world.